everyone. I will be presenting on emergency management business contingency programs in the private sector. So, just a little bit about me. My name is Geer. I am a senior here studying political science. I'm from Brandon, Florida, just a suburb of Tampa, right outside there. So a business contingency plan, this is just a quick definition that I wanted to give y'all. So it is a plan of action developed specifically for an individual business that serves as a guideline to prepare and respond to any unsuspected and drastic change in the day-to-day operations of said business. So I know that was a little bit of a wordy definition, but it really does highlight two of the major areas that I want to focus on. Number one, it is a specific plan for a specific business. So whether it's a storefront that you're running or a large company, it's tailored and modeled specifically for your business. And then also it's kind of to handle any unsuspected change in the day-to-day operations of a said business. So it's not necessarily just a natural disaster. It could be something like a terrorist attack, a virus outbreak, anything like that. So this is an example that I found from the FEMA website of a little bit of a business emergency management plan, basically. And this is a flow chart that will show you a little bit of like management, emergency response teams, and then just a little bit of what each individual at your company could be doing throughout their recovery process, and then also in like kind of a planning process. A lot of these are actually available for businesses to kind of find and use for free on the FEMA website, but we'll talk about those resources at the end of the presentation. So in doing a little bit of research for the presentation, I stumbled upon the FEMA Citizens Preparedness Review, which actually surveyed over 5,000 small businesses, and they had three major findings. Number one is the real-world events increase action plans. So that's things like terrorist attacks. So 9/11 happened. That was obviously a major catastrophe that affected over 4,000 small businesses in the New York area. And so a lot of those did not have those plans, but they now obviously have plans for any one of those contingencies or disasters. And that allows them to be a little bit more prepared. Also, the second one is a little bit of a no-brainer. Businesses in high disaster areas are more likely to have a plan. So if you're in a hurricane-prone area, you're going to have a plan more likely. And then most reasons businesses have no plans are rooted in fallacies. So it's fake. We'll talk about that in a second. So kind of going off of that second finding, the Liederheimer Baking Company, like a little bit of a case study that I did. It was based in New Orleans for over 180 years, and they had weathered many storms before Katrina. And then the president at the time of Katrina was Sandy Wan, and he focused on preparedness, and they actually had their own emergency action plan. So when the storm was saying that it was going to hit, he bolted everything up. He utilized his emergency action plan, and his recovery process after was actually a lot easier for him because he had been prepared and he had that kind of all laid out. And so he was organized and he knew, and he got out of there safely before the storm. So another reason, most of the reasons that small businesses claim that they don't have a plan was because they think that it's too not cost effective for their business. But developing an emergency action plan is actually not expensive at all. It really only costs the time that it would take you in basically the labor for getting down and organizing everything. And so there are a lot of different tips and resources for businesses that I kind of found throughout my research. So FEMA, along with companies, insurance companies, banks, governmental organizations, they provide small businesses with free guidance during emergency management planning processes. So if you are stumbling along this because you are a small business owner, I encourage you to utilize some of those resources, develop an emergency action plan, and have a safe and productive rest of your business career. Thank you.